Guys, what is going on? MikeCesSr back with another video, and I first off want to say happy Memorial Day to everybody in the States, and thank you for all who have served this great country of ours. It's amazing being able to just see somebody involved in the military and just be able to thank them for the service that they provide, because without them we wouldn't have the freedom that we have. So happy Memorial Day. I hope you guys all had a great day with family and friends, and it's been a rough day in the market, but there's a few things that we're going to go over. There's a few news articles I want to cover, and we'll take a look at the market, how it's looking at the moment, and where we possibly think it may go. But for right now, we're kind of seeing, we're seeing red again for the fourth or fifth day in a row. And unfortunately, unless we see a bounce at that $7,000 area, I continue to see more of a bear market. I wanted to try something a little different. Usually, I start off with CoinMarketCap. There is a lot of different sites out there, guys, that you can look at altcoins and Bitcoin and prices and volume and market caps and stuff like that. Livecoinwatch.com is one of them, and it's probably my second go-to that I actually use. So it's something that I just wanted to switch up a little bit and take a look at first before we get into these articles and the prices as well. We got Bitcoin sitting right now. It just bounced up a little bit. We were just testing the 70.50. We were pretty much almost down to that $7,000 area, but we just had a $100 bounce to the upside. Now up since 8 o'clock in the past 3 hours. We're up 0.1%. We got Ethereum sitting at 522. Very attractive price, but again, guys, I don't see these prices getting any better unless Bitcoin can see that bounce at the $7,000 area. EOS sitting at $11, and I believe actually it's holding pretty strong with this drop in the market. EOS is a coin that I always try to bring up, and is a coin that I do have in a long-term portfolio. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of stuff here. But, I mean, guys, yeah, overall the market's down. What are you going to do? Like I said, you got to learn how to earn money on both sides. I do want to talk about a couple of things that really have a strong interest with me. Being involved in the boxing and MMA community myself, I really enjoy seeing stuff like this. Having fighters from the UFC, Bellator, and even boxers get involved with cryptocurrency. It's something I really enjoy seeing. We all know, and for those of you who don't know, Floyd Mayweather is always promoting his cryptocurrency, how he's involved in Ethereum, and we got one post here, Champion Predictions. I'm going to make a ton of money on August 26th. I'm going to make a blank ton of money on August 2nd, blah, blah, ICO. The money team, Mayweather, cryptocurrency, blockchain, Ethereum, Bitcoin. I noticed that he is always promoting the top 3 coins, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. We also have another post here from him talking about Titanium Centric card. Now, I know there has been some speculation with that card and the whole ICO. We can get into that in another video, but his involvement with cryptocurrency is definitely noticed, and I think it's great that he's doing that. We also got an announcement today that Rory McDonald, a ex-UFC fighter now fighting for Bellator, is now sponsored by Bitcoin Cash. Now, let's take a look at the article. In the article it said that he did get involved in cryptocurrency a couple months ago when one of his trainers in his team had introduced him to cryptocurrency. MMA and cryptocurrency share the same struggle, and I don't know why it says same struggle as an underdog, because I don't think MMA, UFC, Bellator are underdogs. It's a sport that's pretty much taking over boxing and every other competitive fighting sport out there. So not really sure what it means by underdog there, but anyway, it's the underdog bucking the odds to gain validity against established and outdated institutions. So I guess what it's pretty much saying is that, you know, a lot of people did have an issue with UFC and cage fighting MMA when it first started coming out. I remember when UFC first started becoming mainstream, you know, the fear and undoubt that it was getting was definitely interesting, and to see where it's at today kind of, you know, reminds me what crypto could be in a couple of years. You know, and I can see where they're trying to make the comparison, because when it first, you know, when UFC first came on the scene heavy, it was definitely something that a lot of people were not comfortable backing. They thought it was barbaric. They thought it was two animals in a cage, you know, fighting to the death. But that's just not the case, you know. And as they did a little bit more research into the sport, they found out that it's actually not the case, and it's not, you know, two animals just going at each other's throats. There's a lot of technique to it, and there's a lot of, you know, it's like a chess game, but, you know, you're punching people in the face. And, you know, as the years went on, people got a lot more, you know, they adapted a lot more to MMA. So I think that's what they mean as an underdog, you know, sharing the same struggle underdog-wise. So Conor McGregor, arguably one of the greatest MMA fighters ever, certainly my opinion is also that as well. Conor McGregor is just, his marketing, his skill set, everything about him is great. I mean, the guy is amazing. You know, I mean, that's a whole different thing, and, you know, I could go on and on about him. But so Conor McGregor, arguably one of the greatest MMA fighters ever, and certainly one of the most flamboyant, has made it known that he would like to see UFC accepting cryptocurrency. Now that's very interesting. John Fitch, a UFC welterweight contender, had also been pushing the league to not only accept but also pay out in Bitcoin. So a lot of these fighters are trying to actually, you know, they're trying to get, and now will it happen? You know, it's obviously going to take some time, but they are definitely striving to get some type of payment structure in cryptocurrency. You know, you just saw the other day how Ashton Kutcher gave $4 million to the Ellen DeGeneres show in cryptocurrency. You know, and if this stuff starts happening more and more, that's how Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going to be, you know, become mainstream. And that's what, you know, overall we want. We want Bitcoin to become more mainstream, so more outside investors come in, and you know, market cap and new institutional money coming into the market will be just a great thing for cryptocurrency. So McDonald feels that Bellator is better positioned to implement cryptocurrency into their structure since they have no binding brand partnerships. Now that is a great point that he made. So with the UFC about a year and a half ago, the fighters were able to use any sponsor they would like that was willing to pay them as advertisements on their shorts, on their walkout T-shirts, on you know, on pretty much all of their promotional videos and all their promotional marketing tools. They're able to put companies' names on their gear, which is a huge you know, tool to market a lot of these big companies. So what UFC did, like I said, about a year and a half ago, they signed a deal with Reebok, making the fighters only allowed to wear Reebok out to the ring and only allow Reebok to be a sponsor for that particular company, being the UFC. Now, Bellator has not implemented that. Bellator allows fighters to wear whatever brand they want on their trunks. So it's going to be interesting if Rory McDonald comes out wearing a Bitcoin Cash shirt on his next fight, or wearing a Bitcoin Cash logo, you know, on his trunks, or you know, having that logo on the mat, or you know, in some of these you know, marketing clips that they put out for the fight. That's going to be very interesting to see. The fact that the league is based in Montreal, which he calls a very cryptocurrency-friendly place, is a solid start to see what he sees as the future for both the leagues and his own ongoing relationship with cryptocurrency. So great article. I mean, crypto and MMA, solid match. Totally agree. Will it happen in the UFC? I don't believe anytime soon. That Reebok deal is in effect for about another 6 months. And are they going to re-sign that deal? Or, they're not really sure. I know a lot of fighters ended up leaving the UFC to go to other organizations because a lot of their income from these fighters, they're making them from their sponsors. When you get a big fighter, in a lower promotional company such as Bellator or a lot of other MMA promotion companies, they are allowed to take in revenue from outside sources, from marketing and being able to use their logos on their shirts, on their walkouts, and on their shorts. UFC's not there yet. So when UFC finally breaks this deal with Reebok, maybe we could start seeing it in the UFC. But as of right now, Bellator is allowing that, and we could start seeing a lot of cryptocurrency logos in Bellator and in boxing as well. I want to go over to another article that I saw about Manny Pacquiao getting involved in a startup, in a Singaporean cryptocurrency startup. Now, he's investing. I'm not sure if he's a partner. So according to Entrepreneur Philippines, Singapore-based global crypto offering exchange announced on Wednesday that Philippine senator and boxer Manny Pacquiao is their newest celebrity ambassador. Pacquiao also invested in an undisclosed amount of money in the company. So he's investing money into crypto. Manny Pacquiao is a huge name, and it's great to see this kind of stuff. So, we got Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Rory McDonald, and I believe, Brennan, there was one other, was it John Fitch maybe that was, yeah, I think we did cover John Fitch. So, as you can see here, we got Rory McDonald training in a Bitcoin Cash t-shirt, right? Only 3 coins of green. I know, Limber. It's a tough day. It's been a tough week for crypto. We're going to go over the charts in just a minute. I just wanted to get this news out of the way because I thought it was really, really cool and interesting. And, there's not really much else to talk about. But let's watch out for this, guys. When, his next fight, I think, is coming up in the next 2 months. If he is training now, they usually do a 6-week camp. So I'm guessing that the fight's around 6 weeks away. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if he actually wears the Bitcoin Cash gear out to the ring and promotes them. Amazing, just very cool stuff. So we covered the Floyd Mayweather. We let's see, we got that. Yeah, McDonald had connections with cryptocurrency since he was introduced to it by a former coach. He had an ongoing sponsorship deal with Dash. Okay, now here's something that I didn't see. So Rory McDonald, as of now, has an ongoing sponsorship deal with Dash, and even cites that partnership as his reason for leaving the UFC. So there you go right there. Another huge point that I did not see until just now. So I'm guessing that he wanted to promote Dash for on his shorts, on his walkout tee in the UFC. But since the UFC is not allowing any outside promotion other than Reebok at the moment, he left the UFC to go make money elsewhere. I'll say it one more time for those who are just viewing. These fighters, they make good money, but a lot of their money, I'm going to say about 60, maybe 60% of their money comes in from sponsorships. So the more sponsorships that they get, the more money they make per fight. So if Dash is willing to throw him $100,000 to wear a Dash logo on his shorts or on his walkout tee, that's more revenue that he can bring in and earn for that fight. He's training, he's dedicating his life to this. You got to make money wherever you can make it. So that's huge. And until the UFC can cut deals with Reebok and actually go back to the sponsorship deals that they used to do, I don't see UFC implementing it anytime soon. But I would expect Bellator to start implementing cryptocurrency and promoting it a lot more in the future, which is very cool. So with that being said, if any of you guys have any questions about that, shoot them out in the comments. You know, I would love to see UFC cut that deal off with Reebok. Like I said, I think they have another 6 months left, but I don't think it's going to happen from what I'm seeing. Dana White is making too much money with Reebok, and it is what it is. So as you can see, guys, let's get into the market. We're looking at a $7,112 Bitcoin. Now, I want to go up to my chart here because we've been following this chart the last couple of live streams, right? We have noted that we were going to be trading within this channel. Wasn't sure for how long, but we did have a lot of resistance. And we just broke this channel, and now we are heading down to that 7,000 psychological number that I kind of do expect a little bounce. I'm not sure how much it's going to be. You know, it's hard to say. You know, we could bust right through it. But $7,000 is a known psychological number that probably have a lot of placed buy orders set. So it could see a little reversal, but it's going to be the fact in the matter of how many people are actually going to have set orders at $7,000 in order for us to see a reversal. And until that happens, and until we see a strong reversal, I continue to feel bearish, and I do think that we will test those $6,400 waters again, unfortunately. But guys, a lot of these prices are just so appealing. You know, I want to jump on them, and at the same time, it's like, you know, if Bitcoin's going to keep going lower, you know, then what, you know, we got to wait, you know? So right now, waiting it out is probably the best thing to do. Keeping your money in fiat, whether it's Tether, the new TUSD, you know, whatever the case is, it's best that we kind of wait and see what the market does. So Miguel Lopez, turn on Stellar Network just got confirmed on 1.2 million TPS. That's huge. Can you move your webcam to the bottom left? It's blocking. Oh, yeah, no problem. You know what I'll do? I'll just shrink me up a little bit. How about that? There we go. We'll just move it over. So, yes, Miguel, thank you, man. Thank you for your viewing. Thank you for joining. Any other questions, just shoot them out, please, and I will be happy to take a look at any coin you want to take a look at. But like I said, as for now, guys, I just continue to see red. I don't, you know, I think it's safe to say that the TRX mainnet launch hype is over. Where did you get that support and resistance at 73.66? I will get to that in 1 minute. So I think that we can easily say that the mainnet launch is the hype is over. I mean, especially Bitcoin dropping so fast, and you know, the mainnet launch only being a couple days away. You know, we're seeing some huge, huge, and we said this. You know, we said this in previous streams just a couple days ago that, you know, get out of Tron sooner the better, because, you know, as the days lead up to the mainnet launch, we're not gonna. It's not going to hold that price. It's going to take a dip. So we're just, you know, I hope you guys got out. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Miguel wanted to know, was that Miguel? Oh, was that Limber? 73.66. I don't think that was a support. And if I did, maybe it was on the day. I think that was a line that I had drawn. See, because the price is showing. That was a line that I had drawn for something else that I didn't take off. But I mean, if we do follow it back, I mean, we do have some bounces. It's not really a valid support. I'm not really sure why I put that there. Brandon, if you remember, shoot it out. Maybe it was off this double top. Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm actually going to take that off because of that wasn't actually a support line that was drawn. That was a Yeah. So what was that you said about the, what were you saying about Turnio on Stellar Network just got confirmed to 1.2 million TPS. Turnio on Stellar. Let's take a look at that. And guys, these prices are just, they're like, you just want to grab them. You know what I mean? Like, especially with Neo at $48. You know, you could just grab a bunch of Neo, throw it in an offline wallet, stake it, earn gas, and at these prices, you know, it's hard to, you know, visualize Neo going back down to those $20 areas. I mean, like I said, we really have to see where the price of Bitcoin is going to get involved in any of these currencies. Nate Etch, Turno, amazing project. Coin Madness. Wow, that's crazy. Guys, thank you for joining, man. I see that the live chat is finally getting some love, and I really appreciate everybody that's joining in. Turnio. Let's take a look at Turnio. I've actually never heard of it, so this is something new to me right now. And I appreciate you bringing that to my attention because, so the world's fastest blockchain, the future is now. So the first thing I like to do, here, we got some video here on it. So right now you can register for the pre-sale. I believe it is in the ICO stage. I don't know what this video is, but one blockchain to meet all needs. One block at a time, decentralized, 100% verified, scalable. Cool. I mean, we'll dig into this. Maybe tomorrow morning I'm going to do a video on a bunch of different coins. And you know what? I'm actually going to write that down right now. So it's a project that I definitely will take a look at tonight, and I will do a full review on it in the morning. Thank you for throwing that out there. I really appreciate it. So TRX, yeah, I mean, like I said, the mainnet launch hasn't even happened yet. It's happening, what, the 31st, and it's the 28th. So we still got 3 more days, and I didn't expect it to drop this, you know, this soon. I thought it was going to be at least 2 or the day before, which normally happens, but I certainly did not expect it to dip, you know, this low this soon before the mainnet did occur. I definitely saw it dropping at least when the mainnet was launched, the day of or the night before, but to see it happen, you know, 3 to 4. I mean, the dip actually really started yesterday, so 4 days before the mainnet launch, having that big dip, it's just, I mean, it's because, you know, the market's just down. BTC keeps falling, and guys, it's going to drag everything down with it. You know, one coin that is kind of, you know, keeping its momentum going is EOS, and I also saw another coin today that was up. I think it was CNT. CyberMiles is just doing amazing. Oops, CMT. That vid is showing Turnio Verify 1.2. Yes, I know, I saw. So CyberMiles, guys, a lot of people have been asking about CyberMiles and when a good opportunity to buy in would be. So let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, right? And obviously we're going to see some correction. Now, we kind of saw this with ZRX, right? ZRX had that huge run for about 3 to 4 days, and that's kind of similar to what I'm seeing right now with CyberMiles. But let's take a look at ZRX and what ended up happening with ZRX, right? We ended up having this huge run up, and then we had, you know, some major consolidation. Now, if you're looking to get into a position for CyberMiles, you know, I still truly think that waiting it out, you know, for BTC to figure out. Put it this way, if BTC cracks below 7,000, there's no doubt in my mind that we probably will dip another 500 and get down to that $6,400 area. If we do dip down to that $6,400 area, we can get all these coins at a very, you know, cheaper price than what they are now, obviously. So my answer to that, and that was on a Instagram DM. I don't know the name right now, but if you are watching, you know, I would wait it out. Wait it out to see what BTC ends up doing and where it sits. Miguel, absolutely. Nate says Cyber Miles was literally almost the only green on CMC. Yeah, for like the last 3 days. And again, you know, there's got to be some consolidation coming up soon. There has to be consolidation. You know, whether it's going to happen when BTC takes a further dip, you know, and a lot of these coins that do go on these big runs, even when BTC does get some more momentum, you know, they still do a correction. Coin Madness, thank you for joining very much. You think we might get below 6K in June? So that's a tough question. I can't put a date on it, but what I can say is this $7,000 area is very crucial, right? If we do break this $7,000, and I like to call it a psychological number, I really am curious to see, and I'm kind of hoping that it happens on stream. If it happens on stream, that would be amazing. If we can see a bounce at that 7,000 area and actually see how much volume comes into the market, that's going to give me a little bit of a better idea of where I think BTC is going to go. Look at TRX. TRX just dropped, I think, 30 Satoshis while we were going live in, what, 26 minutes. That's crazy. Just dropped another 5. So, yeah, this $7,000 area, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen when it does hit 7K. Because I can almost guarantee that there is a lot of buy orders put in place already at that $7,000 area. Now, whether or not we're going to see enough volume come in for a reversal, I'm not really sure. How about that new CVC coin and EOS getting Tether on Binance? Anyone know Nexus is up 10%? Why Nexus is up 10%? Just to answer that question from Coin Madness, I can't put the exact date on it, but I do think if we break this $7,000 area, we're probably going to start testing the 6,400, you know, and go from there. But I do expect to see some kind of correction to the upside in the, you know, soon. You know, I don't think that we're going to, or at least another consolidation, kind of like we saw back on the 24th. So we saw this little minor correction on the 24th. Not a correction, but we saw a consolidation. You know, we're not really seeing much consolidation. We're kind of seeing a straight down, downwards momentum. You know, RSI is pointing down. Everything's just looking bullish right now. So yeah. Thanks. Sounds optimistic. I mean, I am optimistic about it because, and I'm only optimistic because of that $7,000 area. You know, if we can see some volume come in at that 7K and see a big turnaround, you know, I think we might have a chance to get back up to that $8,000 area. But it's going to be the matter of new money coming into the market at this point. We need to see new money come into the market in order for to see a really big reversal. And I think the only way that's going to happen is if these buyers really start seeing attractive prices. So if BTC, you know, gets to that $6,400 area, there's one way, you know, there's one really good way to look at it, right? You're going to be able to get a lot of these coins really, really cheap and, you know, put yourself in a really good position for a long-term hold and, you know, some long-term gains. But, you know, overall, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, but for right now, I have to be bearish. So Brandon says, how about the new CVC coin and EOS getting 10? Yeah, so that's huge news, right? I mean, this morning I did make a video on the EOS BTC pairing. Oh, that was music to my ears, hearing that it was getting linked to BNB and USD. I like to kind of see dollar amounts that I'm making. You know what I mean? It's don't get me wrong. I like building my BTC portfolio and seeing my BTC value rise, but I also like to see that dollar amount. And I believe, you know, you can't blame me for that. Limber Uncle, have you seen the Nexus chart? What the hell? Let's take a look at Nexus. What's the ticker? Just Nexus or? Yeah, it is Nexus. So Nexus is listed just on Bittrex. Yeah, wow, that's seeing a pump right now. What is it at? Let's take a look at Nexus on. Guys, you like this live coin watch setup, or should we go back to the coin market cap? I'm just trying something different, and you know, figured why not. So Nexus, let's take a look at Nexus and why the hell it's pumping. So we got $3 million in volume in the last 24 hours, $125 million market cap, and there's 57 in supply. What's the so the price is at $2 right now, with an all-time high of $15. That's not bad. So again, guys, you know, these prices are very attractive. You know, seeing a pump like that in a healthy market makes me wonder, you know, those are the coins that I like to kind of put in the back of my mind, or write them down and just kind of go back and look and say, all right, these are the coins that were doing really well in a shitty ass market. You know what I mean? Like Cyber Miles. That's a coin that's doing really well in a shitty market. So it's something that I'm taking note of, because when we're in a healthy market, what's it going to do? You know, EOS, same thing. EOS only dropped $2. Now what's up with the EOS token? Need to register. Yes, I do think you do need to register. I believe that there is only 2 days left. Let's take a look at their website, because it does state. See, I think I'm just gonna stick with CoinMarketCap, because I'm just I'm used to it a lot more, and it's easier for me. So tried something new and I'm not feeling it. So EOS is sitting at $11 right now. So right on their website, it does. And we'll take a look at their social as well, because they might have listed it on their Twitter. Changing blockchains. Yeah, let's see here. So the EOS token so you got 25 minutes. Right? Am I reading that right? Yeah. So the current distribution ends in 25 minutes. Now, what is EOS token going to do? Like this is what we have to think of, right? In 25 minutes, is the price going to be affected from EOS? It's not going to be an ERC20, so you know, there's a lot of speculation about it. And what do you guys think? You know, do you guys think that this is going to be so far that wow, they've current distribution 2 million. Let's take a look at their social media here. Important notice for EOS token holders on Ethereum address registration block 1. So you can go on their EOS Twitter right now to register. Again, there is 25 minutes left. Let's take a look at their Twitter right now, so we can kind of go take a look at how we might be able to do that. They should be. I mean, that's why I believe that the tethering just was announced this morning. Important notice for EOS token holders and Ethereum address registration. So let's take a look at what they got to say here. So EOS token ERC20 holders are reminded to check the token distribution section of the EOSO website for details on how to complete important process to register Ethereum address prior to June 1st. Blah, blah, blah. Registration allows addresses and associated balances to be identified after the release of EOSO. For more information, blah, blah. So yeah, you guys got 25 minutes, I believe, in order to get into this. My freaking phone keeps going off. Is it forking, and what is EOS doing? So that's what that's what really we're trying to figure out. Are they rebranding? Are they forking? Are they, you know, we're not sure. You know, if anybody does have the answer, it's not something that I really dove into much. So, you know, let's see here. I watched a video on it this morning, and I believe it was Crypto Bobby, and he was kind of on the fence about what this, what was going to happen once Binance is supporting EOS, so don't have to register. So if you're holding EOS on Binance, yeah, I wouldn't worry about anything. The thing that we need to take notice of, right? The thing is, what we need to take notice of is what's going to happen, with the price. And overall, I mean, I'm an EOS believer. I believe in it long term. I think it's a great project. So, I'm kind of excited to see what's going to end up happening with this. What do we got in the next 25 minutes? So that's about it, guys. I mean, Nexus is pumping. I mean, everything's green, obviously, right now because the market just reset itself. What was the other? There was something else that I wanted to take a look at today. So we're down at 70.76 right now. That's the USD pairing. TRX is just completely, I mean, look at that, completely dropping. To answer that question earlier, yeah, I mean, I think personally, I think TRX is going to get right back down to its 3 or 4 cents. A lot of people are saying that, a lot of actually reputable analysts were saying that TRX was going to get to 30 cents by the end of this month, and I don't know where they were getting their information from, but yeah, thank you guys for that. I really appreciate the help within the community. This is a great stream so far. I'm very happy that we are getting a lot of interaction. If there's any more questions, throw them out there, please. Zilliqa also, I believe their main net is happening. I'm not sure the date. I don't think they released the date, but I know EOS, Zilliqa, TRX. What was the other one? What was the other one that was dropping? I think it was VeChain. A lot of mainnet launches are happening this year, but a lot of them don't have dates. I know the VeChain wasn't confirmed. Yeah. So again, guys, I mean, right now, I think if you want to make some income in the market, obviously, the only way to do it is to really short. How do you keep up to date with crypto news? So, Limber, a great resource that I love to use. I mean, number one is Twitter. You got to follow all of these major exchanges. You got to follow all of these, follow Binance. That was the first thing I saw this morning when I woke up is Binance announcing the EOS. Yeah, Cardano. That was the other one. Thank you, Brandon. That was the first thing I saw this morning when I woke up was that EOS had paired the USDT pairing and as well as BNB. They threw it right on their Twitter. Twitter is one of the main resources of news that we use in the crypto community space, and that's probably the number one go-to that I would say. So for all of the big coins, all of the big projects, also all the big exchanges, go onto their Twitter and follow them because they do update very, very. Yeah, Telegram is also great. CoinDesk.com is great. There's another channel here, Crypto. What's this channel? CryptoNews.com, and but I would have to say overall, I get most of my news from Twitter. Twitter does. I mean, I feel like that's one of marketing wise, a lot of these big companies, that's mainly their go-tos is announcing it on Twitter, which I find funny. But yeah, guys, main point of the stream, I'm really excited about this Rory McDonald thing. Like I said, I think it's going to bring a lot of people that at least get some more interest in cryptocurrency as they see it getting thrown around, and every day, people that aren't aware of what crypto is, and just great news coming out. CCN, cryptocurrency news. Yeah, that's about it, guys. You have any other questions before we end the stream? Again, thank you everybody for joining. I truly, truly do appreciate it. You know, we're going to be back in the morning with another live stream on a market update and just see where we are. And hopefully we can hold this $7,000 and kind of get Nate, thank you so much, man. That really means a lot. Thank you, Miguel, all you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. I really do. Check down in my description. Go check out my, you know, I try to also pump out as much news as I can on my Twitter. You know, I try to retweet, you know, a lot of these. So like when EOS announced that they were pairing the USD and the EOS token, the pairing, I'm sorry, you know, I retweeted it right away. So a lot of news comes from Twitter. So guys, go subscribe to my Twitter. I do retweet a lot of the main news that does come out. You know, check out my Steemit. And if you guys aren't on Steemit, I highly suggest you guys go over there, man, and check it out. I believe that everybody in the crypto community space should be involved with Steemit. If you're not good on the mic, or if you're not good on video, if you have, you know, there's a lot of people who can add a lot of value to this crypto community, right? I mean, I know tons of people who are just so knowledgeable, and this is something new, and it's crypto community oriented. Like it's, you know, you cannot be involved unless you have Steem. So, you know, go check it out. Check out what's trending. Check out my page. Check out, you know, let's just do a quick little run through of what Steemit's all about. So you go to the trending page, or you can go to new, whatever, hot, and let's click on Bitcoin. You know, so what happens is you get paid based on the blockchain and based on your upvotes. So this gentleman here, Crypto NO, right? 17 hours ago, he posted this, and he's already made $369 just from a blog. It's not a video. It's just a simple blog that he probably pulled off of some other website, or he could have easily made it up himself. But it's very good, useful information that you can learn from. And I know when I first started, you know, I tried to get as much information from every single angle I possibly could. You know what I mean? Like it's the Twitter handle is in my description below. So is my Instagram, my TradingView. I've been slacking on TradingView because I haven't seen a lot of setups. But when I do see setups, where there is possible plays for profit, I do post it in TradingView and also on my Twitter. So yeah, follow me guys on that stuff. And I'm not going to be a huge YouTube. You know, I'm doing this simply to interact with you guys and hopefully give you guys, you know, some just some light and you know, some more resource within the crypto community space. So again, everybody watching, thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. Great live stream. Let's hope that we can get a reversal at the $7,000 mark. And for now, be safe. And if you truly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if you guys have any questions at all during the day, I don't care what time it is, DM me on Twitter, DM me on Instagram. Again, all that's posted in the links below. Contact me anytime, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And you guys have a great night. Happy Memorial Day, and I hope you guys had an amazing day. And let's hope we have a better day tomorrow in the market. Thank you to you all.